Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the review realm once again. We have another EP for you for 2026. Thanks for joining us today. If you are new to the show, please hit the like button on this, subscribe to the review realm. It always helps us out with these reviews. You can find us, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can find us also on most streaming platforms, including Spotify. Links are in the description, QR codes in the corner of the video. And as always, joining me to help me out with these EPs, as short as they are, or these albums as long as they are, the SLB himself, Sam.
Hey guys, this one is arguably our shortest review or shortest album EP to review. So
Yeah,
this is going
I
to be an
saw
interesting
this
one.
might be the shortest EP in existence. I think I saw this. We're about to get into it here. Of course, we are talking about this band has been a favorite of mine the last couple of years since I discovered them, which I can mention how I did that in a second. We are talking. I don't think Sam has heard of uh, not even a sound bite from this band ever. So I'm curious to see what his thoughts are. But we are talking about the 6 song, 9 minutes new EP from the band Grumpster out of Southern California.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, John, where you is this another
So
influenced?
what happened
Have you been
was,
influenced again, John?
I found out about this band also through Instagram, and oddly enough, Sam, we're going to talk wrestling in a second. Please go check out Above the Ring as well. But Hall of Famer Lita shared something in her story, and she used a song, and I said, "Who's Grumpster?" But I actually really like this, and it was one of the songs from their self-titled album that they did a couple of years ago, and since then I've been hooked.
So I'm not usually crazy about this kind of music, and I
Yep.
also have some notes here, some initial thoughts. Um, but I did enjoy this, and I want to get into my thoughts on how I felt about it rather than just get. It sounded like something you would have had in like a video game or a
Mhm.
skateboard video from like the 2000s. That was the feel overall. I thought that was
No,
kind of
it
nice in
does
that way.
have that like skater vibe to it. I do agree with that. So yeah, 6 songs, like only one of them crosses the 2 minute mark here, and I liked it as well. The only thing I'll say is the production on this, it's not quite what it was before on their self-titled album. I think they went to a different label with this one. Was it Asian Man Records? That's a heck of a name. Um, the self the self-titled album sounded
Hmm.
more refined than this does. But also what's weird too, at some point when I saw this band live, like the beginning of 2025, they were a four-piece. Now they're three-piece, which I
Mm-hmm.
can tell. You can really hear that it's a three-piece now with something like Starving was one where I really picked up on it. And no explanation. I have no idea why they're a three-piece now. Um that's what I would say is my little gripes with it is it's not quite like what the self-titled was. Um and my favorite song on the album was probably Feeling Funny. I really liked that one. It feels the most like them. Did you have a favorite?
Um, I had a couple. So I guess going off of the album. So Go Away, the first track, it sounded like an early 2000s theme song. I don't know why, but Malcolm in the
That's a
Middle came
very
to mind.
different band. That was They Will Be
Like I was just
Giants.
imagining like an yes, it was They Will Be Giants. But like I mean, the late 90s, early
Yep,
2000s had openings with bands like this. The one that comes to mind, obviously,
yep.
Drew Carey with "Presidents of the United States of America." You know, that was his theme song. Which actually, when they did their ooze during the song, it just reminded me of them for some reason. So, um, a nice little retro throwback to like those kind of alternative bands for the time. So I did enjoy that. I also enjoyed um, Drive By and Walking.
Dra
Um, both. I don't know why Deftones came to mind
Mm.
here. Like it was like very gazy sounding, atmospheric. This is where I was getting the skateboarding vibe. Like I could imagine like a CKY video and the song is playing in the back and they're
Drive
going
by,
on
I
half
remember
pipe.
hearing it live at the when I saw them beginning of 2025, and this was before there was any mention of the EP being out there. So I remember hearing it live at the time, and they said that it was new, and I thought with this EP, I wonder if they'll put it on here. And sure enough, they did. Um, that one was all right. That was good too. Walking was okay. Um, I think another probably one of the one I liked most after that was probably Trust Me. It felt like
Mhm.
this EP felt like they've definitely simplified things a little bit more. I mean, not that they're super like, out technical out there anyway, but it sounded a
Techie,
lot more
yeah.
simplistic than the self-titled album did 2 years ago. Yeah.
I'd have to go back and listen to that then to kind of get a feel. So, it's funny because ironically, my note for Trust Me is feels similar to
Yes.
Feeling Funny but
Yes,
slower
I agree.
paced. So it's funny. We're on board. Probably my least favorite one was Starving. It just kind of had like a straight up punk pop punk sound. And I was like, all right, this is didn't do anything. And again, they're not like the most technically, they're not a technical band or like didn't have like the singing didn't bother me. Like it just worked for what they were doing. So um it was a good listen. It's a good like, background listen um for them. Not usually my go-to, but if I needed to throw something on
No,
quickly,
I
this would be
agree
a good
too, and I
choice.
just liked how quick it was. Like, it's just, oh wow, it's like we're already on the next song, or that. I'll probably go back to this a few times since it's pretty much under the 10-minute mark. Um, I enjoyed this. I'm curious to know that what happened with them with their three-piece now, but it seems to work for them. It's a little bit different than the self-titled since that's the most recent thing to compare to. But I enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah, no, I would go back and I guess tell us why
Yes,
we're wrong in the
please
comments on
let
this
us
one.
know about the new EP released off of Asian Man Records, the new EP from Grumpster, Honeydew. Thanks for joining us. That's we got 9 minutes here. That's about as the length of this EP. Thanks for joining us, and as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.